There we go. So here is our ham. We've seasoned this up. Say goodbye to bad ham. So this has been seasoned up, thrown on the Traeger for about 2 hours, recooled back down. With that temperature, we got some good seasoning on it, some extra smoke. So now we're gonna go in for the glaze we're gonna do. So this glaze, we've been cooking down, sous videing our pineapple. Throwing that in a quick sous vide. So our pineapple, we've been throwing it in the sous vide for, say, about an hour and a half with some sugar just to get that juice out of it. This is a step that I just find it softens it up a little bit. This is going to help glaze up that ham. So we're just going to turn this down a little bit. How are you guys doing today? Softens up the pineapple, doesn't have to cook as long, gets those juices started. The glaze on this ham is going to be unreal. So like I said, we put our honey habanero rub on this ham. Then we're going to throw it back up on the Traeger, on the grill, about 275 to 300. And then we're going to hit it with the glaze about 3 or 4 times. Make a giant Yorkshire pudding. Today is going to be epic. What's going on, guys? So we got our ham that we threw on the Traeger, threw honey habanero seasoning on that at about 205. We got our pineapple here that we've sous vide with a little bit of sugar, and then from here we're just going to let it cook a little bit. So yeah, with putting the pineapple in the sous vide with some sugar, I just find it gets it a little softer. You can see it breaks up super easy right away. And then we're going to start breaking this pineapple down a little bit more. I like to use this little gadget. Let's get some of those juices out. Oop. Like I said, we're going maple, pineapple, habanero, honey, rub on the ham already. So there's our ham, obviously. I'm going to keep this moving. We're just going to hit it with a tiny bit, ooh, hey guys, of water. And then we're going into the fun stuff. So, brown sugar, I'd say about, that is about a half cup. Maybe a touch more than we wanted, but that is okay. With sugar, we got the little acid from the pineapple. We got the sugar from the brown sugar. Now we're gonna go in about half a teaspoon-ish. I'm more of an ish guy than an actual full-on recipe guy, so about, I'd say a half-ish teaspoon of salt, just a touch of vinegar, maybe another half teaspoon, just to let those flavors start to pop with the vinegar and the salt. And then you can't have a glaze without some heat to it, I find. You guys might be different, but some chili flakes. Hola, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna do up this ham. I've thrown the The roast has been on the Traeger. I took it off, sous vide it for a while, and then I'm going to sear it all up so just to keep it super, super tender. And then I'm going to make a giant Yorkshire pudding, fill it with mashed potatoes, some ham, going to make the bacon jam, and some roast beef. You know, we're going to do a whole Thanksgiving dinner inside of the Yorkshire. So that should be enjoyable, I think anyways. So we're just gonna let this cook down. So this has a little bit of, like the pineapple, I sous vide it for a little bit with some sugar, just to start breaking down those enzymes. And then in here, a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of water, about ½ cup of brown sugar, some chili flakes, some salt, and then a little bit of maple sugar, or sorry, maple syrup. And then just to give it some little savory action on it, see if we can bring you guys in there a little bit better. There we go. So a little bit of savory on it. Don't want to go too crazy with it, but one of my favorite new products to use is the W sauce. Today's the chicken's birthday. Yeah. Just a little bit of W sauce. Just gives it a little bit of savory. You know, a little bit more depth into here. I find it's got a good amount of clove in it. I pick it up a lot, so that always works good with ham. And ham, pineapple. I don't know if you guys put it on your pizza. That's a big debate. You guys let me know in the comments if you're ham and pineapple pizza people or not. So we're just going to let this thicken up a little bit, because this is going to glaze that up. I'm going to throw that ham. Eat the chicken. You got a chicken? Eat the chicken. What do you say today is, oh, my chicken. Nah, cheese and pepperoni. Are you cooking chicken? No, I am not cooking chicken. I'm gonna do, tonight I'm doing roast beef, and I'm doing, that is not a chicken, that is a ham and roast beef. I'm gonna do a big Yorkshire pudding, do a whole Thanksgiving dinner inside of it, and then tomorrow I'm gonna do turkey. I got it brining up. I'm gonna do turkey and basically stuffing and similar with mashed potatoes inside of a Yorkshire pudding again. You know, since it's almost Thanksgiving, can give you guys a little bit of, you know, a little bit of tips, a little bit of hints. You know, maybe try it out with, I don't know. I know. You know what I love are the little tiny pepperonis. That's what I'm into. You know, the little cups. They get extra crispy. My parents have a big indoor pizza oven at their place. Oh, gotta move some shelves. This ham, since it's already been on the Traeger, I'm not throwing it back on. It's already got the smokiness you need. So it's just going in the oven. And plus, I'm gonna be cooking down here, so it'll be way easier to glaze instead of running up. Ooh, making a little racket. So there we go. This is starting to thicken up. Let that water boil out of it. Then I'll strain it and I'll crush the pineapple through it. Whew, this has got some. Wish you guys could smell with your eyes. This is gonna be fire. So yeah, I sous vide the pineapple, put the pineapple in, a little bit of water, then some brown sugar, a little bit of vinegar, some W sauce, chili flakes. I find this makes an unbelievable ham glaze. And then I'm gonna grab out, because after this, we're gonna finish this off with bacon jam for in the Yorkshire. There we go. top this down a little bit. Yeah, you can definitely smell the clove from the W sauce. It's like a Worcestershire sauce, I guess you would say. Let those pineapples just keep cooking down. I'm gonna play soccer, say bye. See ya, boom chicken. Yeah, New York pizza, can't go, you know, the only thing better than New York pizza, don't hate me, but is pizza in Italy. But there are kind of two different pizzas. A big New York slice though, man, you cannot go wrong with that. I'm actually doing, since we don't have any good pastrami spots around here, tomorrow I'm gonna brine up. I got brisket, point, that I'm gonna brine up, and beef ribs for, I'm gonna do, I got kind of have, well, they say it's Katz's recipe, which obviously pretty suspect on that. But I'm gonna do pastrami beef ribs and pastrami, well, regular pastrami brisket. Pretty excited to do those. Get back to my normal barbecue. If you guys want to see a lot of barbecue content, I have a barbecue catering company, so brisket, ribs, all that type of stuff. This type of stuff I'm just doing because it's almost the holidays, trying to help people out. If you need some ideas, need some inspiration for what you got coming up. And then over here, I'm gonna start prepping for the bacon jam. So 3 cloves of garlic. What's going on, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, 3 cloves, garlic, just press them down. Got the nifty little garbage right here. Honestly, one of my favorite things about this kitchen. See any comments? Looks really good already. Thank you so much. If you guys want to follow, subscribe, appreciate it. If not, hey, don't want to solicit. You guys do what you want to do. But if you guys want good barbecue content, it's literally my full-time job as a catering chef. I just come on here because I do this anyways, develop some recipes, and might as well film it, show it. If you guys got any barbecue questions, let me know. Just want to rough chop the garlic. Hate chopping in gloves, but that's life. Gotta love when it starts to peel by itself. What are you guys having for Thanksgiving? You guys spending it with family, with friends? Hopefully everybody's got good plans for the holiday season. Definitely subscribe. I'm going to university soon. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Conley, that's perfect. Hey, follow your dream. Yeah, I mostly do barbecue catering. Around the holidays, I put some smoked turkey breasts, things like that. Oh, nothing worse than chopping vegetables with gloves on, but if I don't wear gloves on live, people are like, oh, that's gross, even though it's in my house, but so it is what it is. And we're just chopping this up for our bacon jam for after when we make our giant Yorkshire. Throw the ham in it, some potatoes, a little bacon jam on one side with that good glaze, some hot mustard. And then the other side, we're going to do the roast, horseradish kind of crema. And then horseradish crema, maybe do some, I don't know. What do you guys think I should do with that side? I was thinking I might do some sauteed onions in there, some balsamic onions. See, any suggestions? Is it purple? I think she said it was pink. That knife is dull. I know, I gotta sharpen this one. It is. Let me see, I'll pull out my other one. This one's a lot better. Haven't sharpened that in a minute. Yeah, it's a lot easier when you actually have the sharper knife. Not going to lie. So for the bacon jam, 1 red onion, 3 cloves of garlic, probably do about 3/4 of a cup of balsamic vinegar, 1/2 cup of brown sugar. This looks like it's starting to be almost close to good. I'm going to strain it and then press all the pineapple through. What are you making? I had my first cook job in '98. Do you have any healthy recipes I could try out? I'm on a diet. Used to weigh 518. Wow, that's awesome, man. Good for you. Yeah, I got some healthy recipes that I do. You know, a lot of it's barbecue, so if you like keto, beef ribs, or, you know, I know it's a little bit of a fattier meat, but yeah, if you follow along, I can do a live with some healthy recipes. I used to be 302 and now I'm down to 195. I cook ground turkey every day. I should expand more. Yeah, hey, that's, you know what? It's all about, you know, sometimes it's out of necessity and sometimes it's just out of ease that we cook what we cook, right? You know, I find I go on a lot, like some days, or it'll be like, you know, some weeks we'll have like steak 3 times or 4 times just because it's like, oh, I'm feeling that, right? Or just kind of is what it is. It's like, or my butcher will give me a whole bunch of steak because a lot of times, like, I'll cook what I get from the butcher. He'll have, say he's got all these steaks in, or hey, I just got a bunch of brisket I want you to try out. You know, it all kind of depends on what he's got for me and, you know, how big of a deal he's going to give me, because at the end of the day, meat is not cheap. So, and a lot of the time, if I put the content up, they'll hook me up pretty good with, you know, with the pricing and everything. So, I'm not even going to lie about it. That's a lot of the times. But, or in the summertime, when we're at my parents', we've got a big blueberry farm there. So I will cook up a lot of things with like blueberry glaze and stuff like that. Thank you so much, Rick. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, it's all like, I eat a lot of keto, like this stuff that I'm doing now, like the Thanksgiving stuff. Obviously, it's just because it's the time of year. But like heavy glazes and things like that, I make all my own sauces. I make all my own, like even my own ketchup when I'm doing, say, my barbecue sauce and stuff like that. So I try to limit like the high fructose corn syrup, make all my own breads. You know, certain things that, like I try not to eat a lot of preservatives. So if I'm gonna have bread, it's usually I've baked it, sourdough or whatever it may be. So that's pretty much where I want it to be. Then I might just hit it with a hand blender in a little bit before I use it, or strain it out. We'll see how busy I get with you guys. But that's got gold written all over it. Okay. That is going in the sink. So there's our glaze. I'm gonna probably throw it in and hand blend it up. Really random, but have you ever had any preservative Preserved figs. I can't say. No, corn syrup. I'm Canadian, man. That's why I don't use corn syrup. I will turn the gas off, but I'm gonna start cooking again. So we throwing that on, and then I'm grabbing. There it is. Like even the fats I use. So this is beef tallow. So when I do a brisket, cut it down, trim it down, make all my own beef tallow. Try to make, I don't know, I try to eat, especially when I eat or I'm cooking for me, my son, my fiance, try to keep it decently clean. I don't know, but I love my desserts. I don't drink anymore, which is a huge thing. Haven't drank in a few years, so I think that definitely helps with the weight. I got this bacon actually for free today from the butcher, so to try out this company, even though I make my own bacon, but hey, we'll try it out, see how it is. Make a little extra batch. Let's see. Bacon grease rules. Yes, it does. Turn the gas off. Okay, we're back to where I've seen the comments. Okay, just chop it, chop it, chop it. So we're gonna start first cooking our bacon down. So this is, I've seen it, bacon bourbon jam, maple bourbon bacon jam, called a whole lot of different things. I don't drink, so I don't have any bourbon even in the house. Not that I had a problem, I just kind of, especially being a dad, coach my son in baseball and hockey. And I always saw that, the parents that would drink when they're at, they'd be drunk all the time. Or they drink like before practice, or, they're supposed to like, oh, I can't go to practice because, I'm out drinking with the boys. Like for me, having a son, it just was like the last thing I wanted to do. So that's why I stopped drinking. I also deal with a little bit of ADHD. That's probably why I cook so much. But yeah, it's just cooking. Honestly, cooking was how I started losing the weight in the first place, to be honest. Just was cooking up everything that I was eating, I was cooking. Yeah, my neighbors, do you speak Russian language? No, I know Czech, but that's Polish. Lostrovia, is that Russian? I'm not sure, but yeah, no, the neighbors actually don't love me that much because they can always smell when my smokers are on, because I have like 3 upstairs. So they get a little bit, you are a good egg, my dude. Thank you so much, my friend. You know what, I really appreciate that. I love bacon. Hey, I love bacon as well. So yeah, you know what? Especially after having a kid, like I was a little bit of a degenerate when I was when I was younger. I'm not even gonna lie. I had fun doing hood rat things with my friends, as they say. But once I had my son, I didn't want him kind of seeing his dad like that. And coming from a Irish, Scottish, Italian family, a lot of it was based around drinking, but also a lot of it was based around binge drinking. You see my old man, my uncles, nothing wrong with it, but is that Spam? No, it's actual maple bacon, but I got it from my butcher. I make my own bacon, but he hooked me up with it just to test it out, so just to see how I liked it. I guess he's thinking about carrying it in the butcher shop, so wanted me to give an honest. It looks pretty fatty to me, to be honest, but we'll see. It cooks, but I'm also cooking it down with the jam, right? So I'll render it right down. Yeah, you know what? You know what I'm talking about. Love of the child, with your kid, everything. It's just, you want my kid to think of me as like, yeah, he was always there coaching my sports or, helping me with this or teaching me that. He loves to cook with me, loves to film if I'm cooking or, do whatever. So it's pretty awesome. And I'm super lucky in that area, so I never want to mess it up by, missing days because you're out of the pub but hey, nothing wrong with that. Thank you. Yeah. Instilled a Bourdain type of ship. But hey, man, that happens. You know what? And I'm not saying I'm perfect or I'm going to be perfect forever. This is just kind of, where I'm at now. And, everybody makes stumbles, but, I just feel like if you kind of put one foot in front of the other, don't dwell on the past. It's something that you can never change. But, you just make the next day better. Hey, I've been on, a month, bending it up, right? I have a construction company as well, so I've always made really good money, taking clients out, things like that. And, you get some jobs going or, you're making good dough and, hey, that's part of it, right? You think it's okay to, go out drinking because you got this job done or, you always kind of make an excuse why it's okay. But hey, I'm not saying I'm an angel, that's for sure. But you just try. You try, right? Sorry for getting sappy on you guys. You guys are here to, no, this is just bacon, but it's super fatty. It's taking a really long time to render down. I'm not even gonna lie. But hey, you get it free from the butcher. Got to test her out. Said I was going to, so not gonna lie to my guy. What are you guys cooking up tonight? Anything fun? Anything crazy? Oh, that is recording. Whoops. Set up my other camera, but I think I've just been recording a bunch of kind of junk. So we'll turn that one off for a bit. I put some salmon on the grill. Nice. Man, you good. Just be you. Some favorite people are Canadian. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's just, you got to cook the bacon fully down, especially with this stuff. It seems like it is just packed with fat. Well, look how much fat's already in the pan, right? That's a pound of bacon, which it's not usually that fatty. And then that this morning, that's a roast in there, hit it on the Traeger for about 3 hours at 180. Now it's gonna be a medium. I'm gonna sear it up in a pan on here. And then, yeah, I'm just letting it deep fry because then I'm gonna, also the one thing about this recipe, you cook the onions and the garlic back in that fat, and then when you like whip it all up with the maple syrup, the brown sugar and everything, it actually, the fat works as kind of like solidifies it a bit, but I'll drain some of it off, but I also don't want to put it down my drain right now or have it drip all over the kitchen, so kind of just, actually, you know what? That was a great idea because I have this jar that's almost empty from the beef tallow. Yeah, hey, if you look on the page, that is what pretty much all I do. But this we're making for the ham that we already had the ham on the Traeger for, that one went on for about 5 hours at 180, getting some good smoke on it. And then now, the only reason it is in the oven is because I'm gonna be doing all this prep down here and I don't wanna be running up, because I'm in this one, I'm in a townhouse, so yeah, there we go. Got a little jar started. So, and then, but yeah, I got, at my commercial kitchen, I got 6, like big smokers. I got my 2 upstairs here, but I'm in a townhouse, so it's like 4 stories up. I'm in a 5-story townhouse, so it's on the rooftop patio because my neighbors, when it was off my kitchen, they got all upset at me for having it in the courtyard, and it always smells. But honestly, it smells unreal, but I don't know. When people are just made to complain, so that's why the ham's in the oven. That one's just the roast in there is just gonna finish off in the sous vide, and then I'm gonna sear it off because I'm gonna make a giant Yorkshire and then load it with the meats, the bacon jam, a little bit of hot mustard sauce. It's gonna be, oh, and then some mashed potatoes. And then the one I'm doing tomorrow is gonna be stuffing, cranberry, turkey, and Yorkshire as well. We're doing some stuffed Yorkies because I'm not like, is this legit? I think it's legit. Are you legit? But yeah, you know, Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving, but kind of doing it twice in a row, just testing out these recipes. A lot of these winter recipes I make quite a bit just because they're on my winter catering menu. So if I don't mess around with them a little bit, I get super bored. And also they kind of sit in my fridge. I don't, oh no, I think here. Oh, hold up. Where did I put those? Oh man. Come on, I thought I had more. Hold up. Just got a movie, guys. It ran out. So now I gotta move you guys over to the actual burners. You would be wrong, Risk Machiavelli. It's Canada, and that's just because it's bacon. So, boom. And I don't know, have you ever cooked bacon where there isn't oil? Hold on, I'm just gonna grab the light. Two seconds. Frying bacon in the dark. There we go. Moving the light around. But yeah, so now we got to switch to over here. Probably not going to do that because I don't want it to go everywhere. Oh, that's too bad. And then this is the chicken stock. Oh, I guess you guys can't see it, but I got the chicken stock I made. This weekend for the gravy for tomorrow. I'm going to test out a little bit of this. Glaze. Ooh, that is going to be unreal. I might actually just leave the pineapple chunks in it. You know, let it marry around a little bit. And you'll play with fire. Whew, that is good. It's got some heat to it too. I'm actually really excited for that. And I've already drained this off once, but this bacon, it's got some fat content to it, but it'll make a good jam, hopefully. I would never buy this, that's for sure. I'm pumped that my butcher gave it to me for free. What a guy, absolute beauty. Wanted me to test it out to see if it's worth having in the store. And I might have to tell him, maybe not, but this around the holidays, the bacon bourbon jam is unbelievable. Put it on on baguettes. So you slice the baguettes so they're like rounds. Put a little bit of this, some brie on top, throw it in the oven on broil. Well, yeah, of course it's raw. That's why we're cooking it. Put it on broil, bubble that cheese, throw a little pear slice on top, maybe a little drizzle of balsamic. Boom, you got a honestly, you'll have an appetizer that your whole family will absolutely go insane for. Or anybody you do. You know what? You're going date night, trying to impress a gal or a guy, whatever you're up to, and you make those little rounds. Whoo! Brie and cranberry sauce too, for sure. But this one, a little bacon, a little thyme, brown sugar, maple syrup, little Worcestershire sauce, some chili flakes, and then balsamic vinegar. I don't know. I just think those are flavors that are unbelievable. Okay, this is just taking a minute. At least it's starting to get some color on it now. But there's, yeah, I think we lost about half weight in just the oil, I'd have to say. Get that ready for once it's share with the class. Appreciate it. But yeah, if you're going date night, I'd do that. Definitely this jam on a fresh baguette, a little brie on top. You know, you get a good drizzle, you know, put the pear on or green apple and then get a little drizzle balsamic, make it look like you really know what you're doing. Simple, easy, delicious. You will impress like crazy. And then into your mains, you know, easy mashed potatoes. Those are super simple. And then I do up just mushrooms. And if you're not a huge mushroom fan, I get that. But do mushrooms with a little bit of oil, whatever your oil is, on high. When you cook your mushrooms, you want to cook them on high so it doesn't, well, I know it's crazy how much fats come off this. But you want to cook your mushrooms on high just because you don't want, like, you know, slimy mushrooms are brutal. And then a little salt, little pepper, get that moisture out. When they're almost done, you hit it with a little balsamic again and a little fresh thyme. And then sear up a good steak. Like, that is perfection. Super simple, you know. Did you put soup in there? I know, right? I know, the fat is crazy. And I've already drained the fat off once. Like, legitimately. My butcher gave me this bacon to test out to see if I'd like it, to see if he should have it in the store. And I gotta tell him that, you know, by the end of it, I might have a quarter cup of bacon out of a pound. Like, legit. Like, that is insane how much fat's come off that. If I was paying, and they wanted, like, for retail, I think it was like $16 Canadian for a pound of this bacon, which would just be criminal. Like, that's with it drained off already. Once. You know, people, like, because I make my own bacon, so I know how much more expensive the lean cut of belly is than, you know, your packer super fatty stuff. But obviously these people don't care about that. Because that's about, what, a cup of bacon that came off a pound. Cup of cooked bacon. Like, that is brutal. I can't wait. On the 22nd of December, I'm doing a whole pig for a big party. So I made up a full belly of bacon for it. Maple bacon that, Okay, there we go. Get about half that out. Don't want to spill this in the kitchen because my fiance loves me, but if I make a mess, I'm the one who's got to clean it. So try to keep it. So that's probably about as much oil, maybe. That's about a quarter of the oil that came off. That looks good. Use bacon grease for the green beans. Put it in a salad. Use it as lube. Yeah, so now we're going to start the jam process. So you want to start with your, you can use, like the recipe calls for shallots, but red onion, shallots, potato, tomato, same. I did it with both, like tested side to side, and I couldn't tell the difference, so. Stove guard. You need stove guard. I know I do. But that's just because I did Wagyu steaks yesterday, and I'm going to put out the video, and it made it all dirty, but you know what? Can't keep everything perfect. This is a kitchen that we use. It came from somebody cooking up caramel. So yeah, so this is going to be our bacon, maple bacon jam. Like I was telling everybody before, if you're new in this, this is like a holiday classic. Gonna probably put some of this fresh baguettes I'm gonna make, throw a little of this bacon jam on it, little brie, hit it on the broiler to get it bubbling. Then either some pear or green apple, a little slice of that, and then drizzle some balsamic on it. That right there, you know, you'll have the whole family talking that you're a pro chef. And yeah, most of my cooking is usually outside on the Traeger, or I got the 62-inch gravity-fed Myron mix in like the smokers. But since it's almost Thanksgiving time, I think I got enough. Well, it is an onion jam, so I would think I got enough onion. So yeah, this will be enough for like, you know, a good sized mason jar. I say in my house, or if I give half to my brother, it doesn't last that long because it is so good. But just gonna cook these down, sweat them down. So we got the bacon fat in here. That's one of the parts of the jam, obviously. So yeah, we're just gonna cook this up. And then we're gonna glaze up our ham, get our mix going pretty quick for our giant Yorkshire pudding. Until you see the movie Chef. Oh, I love the movie Chef. Honestly, one of my absolute favorites. And how is that guy not bipolar? Like, he loses it. I love it. But yeah, so this, honestly, one of my favorite little jams, little side. Yeah, shallot's got, you know, a little bit of a garlic taste to it for sure, but I'm putting garlic in here as well, so. And then I'm gonna start glazing up the ham. Pretty excited for this one. And then make like a nice mustard sauce, like spicy mustard sauce. Because ham, mustard, and then the sweet with the onions of the bacon jam in a giant Yorkshire pudding. Cool. I think that's gonna be absolutely killer. I am making maple bacon onion jam. So this I'm gonna put in, yeah, like I said, for appetizer or just out of the jar. This is absolutely killer. Family goes insane for this. You know, even the picky ones, the ones that you're like, oh, do they have to come to family dinner? Because they, you know, they always say, oh, we don't like that. Don't like this, don't like that. Or this with Brussels sprouts. Like if you can't get your kids to eat Brussels sprouts, throw it in this jam when they're done. My son hates Brussels sprouts, goes nuts when I put this with it. Thinks it's an entirely different food, which is awesome. You know what, Amber? That is perfectly okay. Okay, now we're going in with some garlic, 3 cloves of garlic. little rough choppy. Again, not too high heat because you just want everything to melt in. Don't want to really brown anything up, get it too crazy, you know. Especially with garlic, you never want to burn your garlic. Nothing worse than sour burnt garlic taste and stuff. You just want it to, you know, marry in there together. Get nice. Paint a cute little picture together, you know? I think it's a texture thing for me. Onions are fantastic, don't hate. Oh, on a Reuben, because I got the brisket and the beef ribs. I'm going to get the pastrami going. I'm going to do pastrami beef ribs and pastrami brisket. If you guys want to follow, I'm going to do those live. Tomorrow, I'm doing the turkey. But yeah, this on a Reuben, you know what? You just gave me an amazing idea. Thank you. Who was that said that? Charles. You're the man. Big onion taste marinades. Okay, I get what you're saying. You just don't like the texture of the onions. I get it, because there was when I was like 25, there was like a year that I couldn't eat chicken. No idea why, it was just the texture of it. I could not eat chicken. Super weird. But anytime I go to eat chicken, it would just, it was brutal. No idea why. Just sub. Thank you. Appreciate you. Good night. Good night, dude. It's 1K in the year. Oh, man, 1 a.m. Appreciate you. Nothing's going to change what you done today. You betcha, Ali X. Nothing's going to change if you don't change, my friend. But yeah, we're going to do a giant Yorkshire, fill it with ham, and make some mashed potatoes. Actually, I might skip out on the potatoes since I already got the Yorkshire. Nice little mustard sauce. Tomorrow will be a big one for the turkey, stuffing, gravy, mashed potatoes in the Yorkshire. Red onions for what? I'm going to show you guys here pretty quick because this is almost kind of melted down to where I want it. Just want to, you know, bring out the garlic, bring out the onions in it, you know, bring out the flavors. And then we're going to go in with some fresh thyme. Because everybody's got time for thyme. What a dumb joke. This is going to cut a little bit of, you know, they're pretty bold flavors that are in here, so a little bit of fresh thyme. Just lighten it up a little bit, you know, get some fresh herbs in there. Thanks, that's true. You know, and then, yeah, those are looking, that's all looking good. So now, to this, we're going to drop the bacon back in. Give her a quick little, you know what, just kind of fold those back over. Ooh, catch the ones that want to spring out of there. So I don't want to have to clean too much later today. And then, so about a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup maple syrup. That looks about good. And then the piece de resistance. Very time consuming. Yeah, a little bit time consuming, but hey, some of the best dishes are. Go talk to the French. Talk about time-consuming dishes. Jeebus. But hey, if you got some time, dishes like this, there you go. I'd say that's about 3/4 of a cup. Do have a lot of onions in there, so. Oh yeah, that's a little jiggly. And then a little dark brown. I'd say that's about say 1/3 of a cup. And then say about a teaspoon of salt. Oh, I know what I'm missing in here that you're gonna want. Yeah, so that's about the consistency you want to start. Not thick yet, but she's gonna be like a girl on the Miami beach pretty quick. A little thick girl. And then we're gonna go in. So about a teaspoon, the chili flakes. So the fresh thyme, the chili flakes are gonna cut most of the sugar. The onions also gonna do it up. The bottle is La Pièce de Résistance, is balsamic vinegar. No butter, no butter. Sugar, yes, I did put a little bit of dark brown sugar in there. So the fresh thyme and the chilies are to balance it out, because this is going to be, it's pretty thick, kind of liquory sauce, because it's going to turn into a jam, so you're going to cook it right down. So the salt's going to, a little bit of the vinegar is going to help to bring out the flavors, the crispiness of the bacon, and then you have the onion. This just screams, to me anyways, because the first time I made it was for Christmas. And I actually gave everybody jars of it. So you think this was time consuming? Try doing like 32 jars to give all your friends and family. Whew, that was a day. That was a lot of cleaning, because one thing about this stuff, whatever it gets on, it sticks to. And my lantas. The color looks really good. Thank you, Costco. What is that? It's like stuffed? What is what? Oh, this like stuffing? No, this is gonna be bacon jam. Maple bacon jam. You're just gonna let it bubble up, do its thing, get thick. Thick with 3 C's. And you can eat this out of the jar. All the flavors that come together in this, the saltiness of the bacon, nice onion, garlic, the fresh thyme. It's just like a little flavor explosion, right? So anything you need a little flavor explosion, the balsamic vinegar. I'm putting it on top of the ham tonight with some spicy mustard sauce. And a giant Yorkshire pudding. I cannot wait. Some stuffed Yorkshires. Step it up in here. Double tap the screen to like. Oh, thanks, man. Pop it up. Thanks, brother. Bro, your cooking is amazing to watch other YouTube cookers on here. No, I don't watch a lot of people, man. I just kind of do my own thing because, like I said, I have a barbecue catering company. So I'm cooking. Like, if I wasn't filming this, I'd still be cooking the same thing. So I know a lot of people that cook on here, they just cook just to film it. I just cook because this is one of the recipes that I have on my winter catering menu, and wanted to make a giant Yorkshire because I just want to keep myself tight because I got going to Hawaii next week, or actually on Friday, And then when I come back, I have like 7 gigs I got to do. So, Joey, a Yorkshire is a Yorkshire pudding. It's like a British Scottish thing. Gordon Ramsay, you know, those guys. I grew up, well, Scottish, Irish, Italian, so we'd always have Yorkshires. They're like an egg, kind of a souffle, little crispy edges. It's honestly unreal. I say egg, but egg's in it, but it's like little like bready, crispy, souffle type thing that you put gravy in and stuff. Ramsay's a king of them. Should ask what they should include in an onion-themed charcuterie board. It would be perfect as a center. Yeah, this in charcuterie, man. This is like, this will bring your charcuterie game like next level. This on top of like brie. Like I said, you know, if you bake a brie at Christmas or anything, but this with any cheeses is just absolute. It's a pleasure, you know. It's a pleasure. It's a little indulgence, as they say, you know. Get a little weird, get a little indulgent. I'm from Yorkshire. Oh, that's awesome. You would know Yorkshire puddings then. But yeah, I love making Yorkshires. We still do like roast Sundays. And whenever we do roast beef, I try to do it with like every roast kind of meat or, you know, family dinners, even with turkeys and stuff like that. People say it doesn't go, but I don't know. Yorkshires are just so good. Anything with gravy, I think you should have a Yorkshire with it. My uncle's kind of weird. He puts jam in his Yorkshires, but hey, to each their own. Yeah, Sunday roast Yorkshire pudding, you know. It's like pineapple on pizza. Just kidding, guys. But no, it's actually like one of the best things ever. Yorkshire and any gravy is just, oh. You want to get this? Yeah, it's getting there. Oh, that flavor is. I wish I could serve it up to you guys. Because this, actually, I'm going to add cranberries in it. And I forgot to grab cranberries today, but it's kind of going to be like my cranberry sauce for my catering, you know, with turkey. See how it plays. You know what? Not everything works, but I think it should. Should work out pretty well. You guys cooking up anything fun today? Or just enjoying the night? What time is it in England right now? It's gonna be like 1:30, 2 o'clock. Oh yeah, that ham's starting to heat up. I'm gonna start basting it with our other syrup we made. So this is what we did up for our ham. Little pineapple, vinegar, brown sugar, tiny bit of maple syrup, and some W sauce. Worcestershire sauce, as they say. And what I don't get is like why people on cooking shows are like Worcestershire sauce. Like you can't pronounce it. Like come on. Let's play it out. It's not in the 90s, guys. Yeah, I put this in the fridge. So I'll let it cool. Throw it in a mason jar. Toss it right in the fridge. Put a mason lid on it. As it cools, it'll kind of seal itself up. Or you can eat it as soon as it starts to cool. You can start to enjoy, which I'm going to tonight. But that should be, I know it's a black plastic spoon, or not plastic, but silicone spoon. Oh, you can't really see, but that moisture is pretty much how I want it. And then I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna actually grab my cast iron first. Cast iron. Oh, that was loud. Okay, cast iron's going on the good middle burner, because that's the hot one. So this is gonna get turned off. We get our roast ready to sear up. So this roast, I ran it on the Traeger for about 3 hours to get good. Actually, I do apologize, guys. I got to turn on. Let me see if that works. Got to turn that on a little bit. So the roast went on the Traeger for, I would say, about 3 hours at 180. Get that good smoke on it. Herb crusted. And then hit it with the old sous vide a little bit. Well, that's not hot enough, because I wanted to try it out, and the only reason I sous vide instead of keeping it on the smoker the whole time is because with my catering company, sometimes, you know, I don't want to have the meat fully cooked and then, you know, go set up, wait a few hours before I get to serve it. So this way, I can do it in the do it on the smoker, hit in the sous vide, keep it at a good temperature. Ew. Thank you. Appreciate that. And then before I serve it, hit it in here, because a lot of places that I do my catering, they don't have ovens, and nothing worse than a soggy roast beef. You want that good sear on it. So we're gonna go there. There's tallow that I'm making right now. So there we go. What's that? That is maple bacon jam. So you can see, just turn that off. You know what, I might turn it to low a little bit, maybe get a little more moisture out of it. So it's got bacon, onions, garlic, maple syrup, dark brown sugar, salt, W sauce, and some organic balsamic vinegar. Yes, the skillet looks good. What brands do you recommend? I love this skillet. It's a Staub. Actually, the reason I got it is because up in Canada, they're like super expensive. But when I was down in the States, they had whoa, let's go. Get some flames up in here. But when I was down in the States, they had a crazy deal on it. So I think I paid like a quarter of the price. And it's cast iron, but it doesn't, like, you don't have to season it all the time. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't have a ton of upkeep. Like some of my other cast irons, it's just like non-stop upkeep. But that's part of it when you buy cast iron. Actually got really good new seasoning products from, I gotta check the company name again, but. So this, we're just gonna, this should be, so you can see, whew, that is nice. It's gonna be tender. I had it on the Traeger over oak wood for about 3 hours at 180, hitting the sous vide. Now I'm just gonna sear it all up. Get some good crust on it. A little rosemary, garlic rosemary crust. should be a perfect medium when we slice into it. And then I'm going to start getting my Yorkshire ready. So once that ham comes out of the oven, it is going to be Yorkshire time. Because who doesn't love a Yorkshire pudding? If you've never had them, if you ever get a chance to try, I strongly advise it. There we go. Just you want to get a nice little bit of color on there, you know. Ooh, that might, come on. So yeah, the outside is a rosemary, garlic, and herb kind of crust. And then inside I've injected some little garlic spears in there. And that's another reason why with the sous vide, with that warmness for like 4 hours, the garlic just kind of goes right through the meat. Whew. That's hot. Ooh. That is burning the gloves a little bit. Yeah, hey, great skillets are worth, honestly, for me, I love some great skillets. I also have the hexclad pans. Everyone says they're like the best you can get. But these Henkel, or Zwilling or whatever it's called, I don't know, I've had it for like 3 years and no scratches in it yet. If you take good care of it. Yeah, that's the one thing, that's why I'm really happy with my butcher. Because he gives me really good prices. And also with having the barbecue company, I do get, you know, some good pricing on some really good stuff. But yeah, nothing worse, especially up in Canada. If you go to the grocery store, just say get, I think it was like 2 ribeyes from Safeway, which is just like an average, very, very, very average grocery store. It was like $85, and they weren't like 1-inchers or anything like fire. They were just regular, run-of-the-mill. I don't know. It was just, yeah, I couldn't believe it. Definitely didn't buy them, that's for sure. See if we can get a little flame going on these. Ooh. Need some bigger tongs. Okay, I'd say that's ready to rest. Grab the board. There we go, just wanted to crisp her up a little bit. And I'm gonna turn that off before the smoke alarm goes off. Sorry, that's the only reason why I had to, oh, we're just gonna leave that. Move you guys back over. Okay, let's not knock anything down. Don't knock anything down. That's the chicken stock we made, that's beef tallow making. There's the Christmas tree. And we'll move the light back. Whoop. Okay, that is our beauty for tonight. And then we're gonna come in right beside it. Ooh, let's go movie magic. So this is gonna be our, oh, you can't really see it. Sam's Club has good quality hamburger meat. Yeah, you know what? Hey, like Costco's great. There's some places that are really good. Don't get me wrong. Like I don't dislike any stores, but it's the one great thing about having the barbecue catering company as well, that a lot of the meat I can write off because of my company, which is always nice. And then, you know, testing recipes is always great. and getting wholesale. Wholesale is another thing that I absolutely love. Hi. Hello. Good, you? Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, and then just gonna get the Yorkshire started. So, you want your all-purpose flour. Oh yeah, and the other stuff's downstairs. I'll get. Let's see if I can remember this recipe. I'd say about 1 1/4 cups of flour. Let's see here. Where'd that go? There it is. Yeah, 1 1/4 cups all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup sea salt, whole milk, 4 large eggs. Then so 1 1/2 cups of 3.25% milk. And we're gonna grab our 4 eggs. Walmart hamburger meat seems like they add, oh yeah, they probably do for sure. Add a little water weight to it. Ooh. One of them. Did it break? We broke a reindeer.
They're brand new from Urban Barn.
That turkey is not a turkey. That it's a roast that I just seared, but appreciate the comment. I grew up Yorkshire pruning in the body as mine is probably 8%. Yes, I love it. And a little salt. Can we get some Gorilla Glue and I'll glue them on tomorrow for you?
Okay, I'll do it.
See the turkey. Yep, turkey's super dry. Hey, Mary Gobbles. You betcha. Nice turkey roast. Thank you. And that is pretty much mixed up. This is gonna go in the fridge for, what time am I cooking tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm gonna be cooking most of the day. We'll probably start around like 1. Got a few things I want to do tomorrow, so yeah, if you want to roll through, that would be awesome. Subscribe, come back. Okay, this is gonna go in the fridge for half hour, and then that sound. Okay, fit in the fridge. Fit in the. There we go. There we go. Back in the fridge. Let that get nice and icy cold. Let's see how this. See what we're gonna get ourselves into. You know what? Little reveal before we call her for the day. Let's use our small knife. See, that looks pretty perfect. Hollandaise, you betcha. That's got some good. Say there's nothing wrong with that. Got our little garlic pieces in there. Oh my God. Look how easy that tears. That is, I would say that is pretty much perfect. Okay, I'm gonna not bother you guys too much anymore, but please subscribe. Love to see you guys again. And then I'll come back on when because I gotta finish up. This ham's still gonna take like probably half hour. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. It worked out. But yeah, I'm not going to, because yeah, the ham's still going to take about maybe another hour just to heat up, glaze up, and then I'm going to do the Yorkshire. So I'll probably come back on to plate everything, set everything back up. But for right now, I don't want to just waste your guys' time. So I appreciate all you guys. Subscribe. Talk to you later. Ciao, ciao. Bye.